Okay, I am going to make potato salad from scratch here, and Curtis actually got us a bag of Gold Idaho potatoes. I've never used Gold before, but I'm sure they'll taste fine. I have peeled 7 potatoes, and a lot of them are this size, so that's pretty big to make a big pot of potato salad. So after they're cut, peeled, I peel mine old-fashioned southern way, and a lot of people say that's dangerous. You may use potato peeler, however you peel your potatoes. But once they're peeled and you wash them, I take the potato and cut it in half, then I cut that half in half, and then I just start making slices, not too thin, because they're going to cook till they get soft, but you don't want them too thick. I do them about like that. And you just do that till you get all the potatoes cut up so you can cook them. Then I'll show you what happens after we get them all cut up. Okay, so I have peeled all the potatoes, and some of them, if I think they're a little bit too big, I'll go through there and slice them in half. But after they cook, they get soft, and you're going to mash it all up anyway. But I just want to make sure they all get done. So I'm going to fill this pot with water. Cover the potatoes with water, because we're going to boil them on the stove. After you peel the potatoes, you wash them really good. And I'm going to put a little extra in there because they had to boil for a little bit. So, about like that. You got that much water above the potatoes. I'm also going to add a couple of eggs to cook with them. Wash your eggs off. And I'm just going to stick them down in there, so they'll cook with the potatoes and they'll be done after they boil. And I'm going to add just a little salt for now. Then we'll add some of that later when we make the potato salad. And you just bring that to a boil, and when you can stick a fork through them and they're tender, you know they're done. Okay, these have started boiling, and I'm going to turn them from high to about number 5 and let these continue boiling until they get good and tender. Let me move my cameraman out of the way. I'm going to get a fork, and what you will do, you'll just stick a fork in there, and these are still really hard, so they'll have to probably cook another 20-25 minutes, and we'll check back on them then. Okay, we're going to drain these potatoes, get all the water off of them. I'm going to actually save the pot that I boiled them in to mix it all together. And we're going to drain these, and I'm going to get these eggs and set them aside. It's hot. I got another egg in there somewhere. Set them aside till we're ready for them. Okay, and I think that's pretty good. Most of the water's drained off of there. Make sure it's good and drained. You don't want any water in your potato salad. Okay, so I poured the potatoes after they've drained back into the pot that I boiled them in. That way I can mix it up. It's large enough, then I can, after I get it all mixed together, I can put it in the serving dish. So what we're going to do next, these are still pretty warm, but I do want to go ahead, and the first thing I do is add the salt. And you just have to guess at how much you want, and we may have to add more later after we taste it. I like a good bit of pepper on mine. That's about how much pepper I did. And then I'm going to add some sweet relish. Your favorite brand. It doesn't really have to be any particular brand. That's 1 teaspoon, 2, 3, 4. We'll start with 4 teaspoons and we'll see how that goes. And then the main ingredient is mayonnaise. You have to have a lot of mayonnaise to make potato salad. You'll start out by putting a good bit in there, and we'll have to add more as we go along to stir it. Then we're going to add lots of mustard as well. Not as much mustard as mayo. So that's how I'm going to get started here. We got all that in there. We're going to mix it together. And like I said, I like a few chunks of potatoes in my potato salad. A lot of people like it really smooth. I do like to taste pieces of potato in mine, so I don't want to stir it too much. But this is starting to look good. And I may not need much more mayonnaise. I can tell I need a little bit more because it'll get stiff the longer it sits. So I'm going to put just another squirt or two of mayo. Try that. Getting low on the mayonnaise. And I want it to be a little bit more of a yellower color, so I'll add some more mustard. And we'll stir that in there. You have to do a lot of mixing. The consistency is looking right. And another thing we people from Alabama do a lot of, I can tell you right now I'm going to need a couple more spoons of this, maybe 2 or 3 more of this relish. We add a little dab of sugar in just about everything we cook. I don't know why we do it. It's just what we do. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't like onion in my potato salad, but I do like the way it flavors it sometimes. So I chopped up just a tiny, tiny little bit of onion. This is probably not even enough to do anything, but I really don't want to take a bite of raw onion in my potato salad, but I want to put some in there just to flavor it up. I think that might help. You can see it's not much, but once you stir it all up in there, you might be able to have that onion flavor in a few bites of it anyway. Okay, it's looking good. I'm going to add a little sugar. I don't know how much to tell you, just sprinkle it like a little bit on the top. And then I'm going to wash these eggs off, and I'm going to peel these, and I'm going to add them to it. Okay, if you remember when I first started boiling the potatoes, I put 2 eggs down in there, and they are boiled and they're done. So what I'm going to do is add these. I've peeled the boiled eggs, and this is just a quick method of chopping them. I have a chopper. Sometimes, since I only have a couple of eggs, I just do it, you know, like this, which is probably not the safest way. You can easily get cut, but I've done it for so many years, I just have it down pat. If you're not really familiar with using a knife, you might not want to do it this way. You can always put it on a chopping board, which I may do for this end piece, to chop it up. Get it just as fine as you can. I'll add that in there. I got one more. And you learn to do this after you've cooked for years. You make this potato salad 1 or 2 times, your family's going to love it. It's really not that hard. It's the prep work of peeling the potatoes. That's the hardest part. Takes it the longest. I'm going to go ahead and finish this on the chopping board. That egg's still a little warm as well. Okay, this looks pretty good. So we'll put all that in there. Okay. And then we're going to stir it up in there. And this potato salad is basically done. I always let Curtis taste it when it's all mixed together, and he tells me what it needs. Most of the time he's going to say more relish. 'cause we like that sweet taste on everything we eat, pretty much. Okay. Do you see how that looks? The consistency. You don't want it to be soupy, but you don't want it to be too stiff because you'll never get it off the spoon when you get ready to serve it. So I'm going to give Curtis a taste. Get a spoon. And he's going to let me know if I need more salt and pepper or what I need.
Tastes pretty good.
Does it need anything else?
I don't think so.
Alright, so there you have homemade potato salad. Okay, so I have overflowed my serving bowl with the potato salad, but I just kind of smooth it. When I put it all in the bowl, I kind of smooth it around the top, and you just kind of push up to make, sometimes it makes a little peak. This one's not wanting to, but it's ready to go and ready to be served. It looks delicious. And there you have homemade potato salad. Anybody can do it.